Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. I'm back out here in Forks, Washington. It's kind of a cloudy day. There's been some rain off and on, but there's also patches of blue sky, and the sky is fairly light. There's a little bit of sun. But it's another great day here in Forks. And had a wonderful opportunity last night to spend the evening with the women from the Biggest Losers program at Charlotte Wedrick's Health First Fitness here in Forks. And in our group last night, I talked about stories, and the stories that we create about ourselves and how we live our lives by those stories. And I actually read yesterday's blog post. Yesterday was April 7th of 2013, and it was a section from my book, Becoming Slender for Life, and the section was called What's Your Story? And I talked about how we each create our own stories around food, our own memories, and then we go through life and we want to recreate those memories, and we try to do that through food. And one woman shared how growing up that, you know, in her culture, they lived a lot on rice and beans, and that was their staple food, and that was, you know, primarily what they ate throughout the week. But a real special food for them was pasta, because it was outside their culture. It was something that, you know, they'd go to restaurants for when she'd get an A or do really well in school on something else, or if it was a birthday, they'd have pasta for dinner, or as I said, go out to restaurants. And those were just always really, really happy times. Times of love, times of just wonderful, warm family memories. Well, now here she is today with her own family, and struggling with weight and trying to lose weight and keep weight off, but pasta is one of her downfall foods, because she can't just eat a cup of pasta. She wants to eat and eat and eat and eat a whole bunch of pasta, and she wants to eat a lot of it often, because it brings back all those times of safety, times of love, times of happiness, times of joy, times of laughter, wonderful family times. And so you can understand when life's going rough, when things aren't going very well, how pasta would bring her back to that place of safety and love. And we talked about how, you know, for me, and I've shared before with you about cinnamon rolls being my food, that it was a thing of unconditional love, unconditional acceptance. And to this day, I absolutely love the smell of cinnamon rolls, that rising yeast smell, the cinnamon, the sugar, the butter. It's just the most wonderful, wonderful smell. It takes me back to being 5 years old with Grandma making cinnamon rolls, and again, unconditional love, unconditional acceptance. And I would never, ever, ever want to lose my love for that smell. And yet, it's been several years since I've eaten a cinnamon roll. I smell them frequently as I'm in and out of coffee shops and walk past bakeries and places like that. I love that smell. It brings me back to that moment of that love and that acceptance, and I don't ever, ever want to lose that. The difference is, when I weighed 110 pounds more than I do now, I was out buying cinnamon rolls. Today I don't have to buy cinnamon rolls. I can think of them, I can smell them, I can feel love, I can feel acceptance, I can think of Grandma and just get wonderful, warm, fuzzy feelings, but I don't have to eat the cinnamon rolls to do that. And you see, folks, what we do with hypnosis is we learn to write new stories, to create new stories around those events, acknowledging that, yes, cinnamon rolls smell really, really wonderful, and they're love and acceptance for me. Or yes, maybe it's pasta or some other food for you. But where in the past you had to go eat it, well, when you learn hypnosis and you put it to work for you, you get to write a new story. You get to create those feelings of love and acceptance without having to eat them or do some other addictive behavior. You can create them from within, and then live your life in a way that is supportive of you rather than one that's tearing you down. And so next Sunday, which will be April 14th, my blog post is going to be about writing your own story and creating or acknowledging what your relationship with food is and what those special foods are for you, and then from there you get to create and write a new story. So I, in the meantime, invite you to take a look at all the tools and resources here at hypnosishealthinfo.com. I invite you to learn self-hypnosis and take a look at how you use food in your life to hold you down and keep you stuck in those old stories that no longer serve you, and create new stories from them that allow you to live your life being present and conscious in your body, being here in this moment, and knowing that no matter what's going on around you, you're okay. And just one real quick tip on how to do that. Right now, in this moment, whatever you're doing, just wiggle your toes. Wiggle your butt in the chair if you're seated, or if you're standing, just wiggle your butt. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just allow yourself to be here, right now, centered and grounded. And if you're upset about something, then acknowledge the upset. And what are things that you can do differently to allow you to heal and recover from that upset? You don't have to eat it. And when you're spinning out here out of control, then you end up trouble eating too much food too fast and eating the wrong food and putting on weight. But when you're here, when you're centered, when you're mindful, when you're present and conscious in your body, then you get to check in and go, wait a minute, I'm not hungry, I'm upset. So there's no amount of food that is going to be able to comfort the upset. It may numb it out for a little bit, but that upset will still be there. So if this isn't about food, why bother with the food? Why do something destructive, something unhealthy? Instead, focus on creating that love, that nurturing, that safety from within you. Use hypnosis. Take control of your life. And that's really what hypnosis is all about, you being in control of you. If there's any way I can support you, please give me a call at 206-903-1232 or send me an email, roger@hypnosishealthinfo.com, and let me know how to support you. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.